Today we're going to be checking out the new Echo Spot. This is similar to the Echo Spot that came out years ago with a few changes, and then it adapts the new Echo Pop design. Let's get started. And so here we have the new version of the Echo Spot. So right off the bat, the first thing that is different between the previous Echo Spot is there is no camera in here, so you won't be able to do video drop-in or video calls with this. And then the second feature that is not included on the Echo Spot is you can't do Amazon Prime, YouTube, and other video feeds on here, so you can't view your cameras or anything like that, but you do have some other smart controls. So this will come in black, glacier white, as well as the ocean blue. Now over here on the side, you can see it has the 2.8-inch touch screen. You have Bluetooth, hands-free calling with Alexa, microphone on-off button, and then in-app privacy controls. And then here are, of course, some of the commands that you can use. And then there are a few Easter egg commands that can display some different fun things on the display that we'll test out. And this is a smart speaker with the display and built-in Alexa. And one of the things that I really love about Echo products is how great they're able to continually come out with new Echo products and keep all the features that they have had available for many years. Let's get this unboxed and set up. So in here we have the Echo Spot, and the size on this is very similar to the new generation of the Echo Dots, but we have this new flat screen with a better speaker down here than the original Echo Spot. And here we have a 15-watt power brick, and here it comes with a little setup guide. So while this is booting up, here on the back, you only have the power cable. You do not have an auxiliary input. On the top, you have a mute button, up and down volumes, and then you have the microphones there. And then here on the front, you have the speaker and the display. Let's open the Amazon Alexa app. So here we're just going to add a new device.
Hello, scan the QR code to open the Alexa app.
Once I headed into the app, I automatically received a prompt to pair the Echo Spot, so we're gonna do it that way. The other option is to tap the plus and add a device and add a new Echo device. So here we're going to tap next. There's going to prepare our Echo Spot, and then we'll just scan the QR code on screen.
Bringing your device online. Just a moment. Your Echo is ready.
And there they automatically ended up connecting together. And there you can see right on screen, we have the weather as well as the time. Let's set this down for a minute. Here in the app, it's showing different languages that we could use, and there are a ton of options available. Now, where's this device going to be located? It already has my address, and that's so that it can know different things for navigation as well as current weather. And then we're gonna add this to a room. We're gonna add it to the home office. And then you get to choose your clock display. So here is the current clock it's on, and then we can simply tap and choose another one, and it will show up over here so you can kind of see the animation, how that works. So here there are 6 different options here, and then there will be different colorways where you can change the color that is on the actual watch face. So I think I like this one showing off the weather in the background with the time. And then this does have snooze with a tap. So if you have an alarm go off, you just have to tap the Echo Spot and it will snooze that alarm. And then you have the option to turn on Amazon Sidewalk to connect better with all the other Amazon and Ring devices. You can also disable it, which I'm going to do. All right, it is now ready. One of the benefits of having the screen here is it's telling me I have a software update, so it's now going to complete that, and then we'll continue on when that's finished. Now that we have it set up in the Amazon Alexa app, you can go into the Devices tab, and here you will see the device. Here we can quickly drop into the device. You can turn on Do Not Disturb, quickly adjust the volume, and even connect your Bluetooth devices. And then there are a full list of settings under here that we'll cover in just a bit. But let's head right to the Echo Spot and see what it can do on device with this new touchscreen. So here you can see we have the speaker, we have our time up there and the weather, and then like I said at the top, you have the mute button. So when I press that, it's going to mute, and you will see this mute bar right here so that you know that it will not be able to listen to you if you try and activate it. So I can turn that off. Next, we can turn up and down the volume, and there you can see right on screen it has a volume slider, and I can touch that right there as well if I want to quickly adjust that instead of pushing it a bunch of times or holding it down. Now, if Do Not Disturb is on, you will see a little purple line indicating that that is on, so you won't be receiving notifications. So if you're like, why am I not getting notified of these certain things? You can then go through, turn off Do Not Disturb, and then that will disappear. Now, because it is a touchscreen, we do have a few options there as well. So here I can simply tap the screen and nothing happens. But if you swipe down, here it's going to show a few options. So you have your home. So that's going to take you right here to the clock. We can swipe down again. Here we have our brightness controls. So right now it's automatically doing the adaptive brightness, and I can turn it up quite a bit and then turn it down quite a bit so you can barely see it there on screen. So let's turn it back up where we can now see it. And then we can push the arrow to go back. Then right here on the screen, we also have the option to turn on and off Do Not Disturb. And it will give you those notifications when those are on. And then lastly, here we have the options to go into settings right onto the device. And I'm actually impressed by how many settings they have on here. So you don't have to go to the app if you don't want to adjust those settings. So here you can go into the clocks and themes. So we can adjust our clock face right here. So it's going to show us these different options where we can then select them right on the screen. Next, we can do the colors and themes. So if you want to adjust your color right here, you can choose those different colors. So it shows what that's going to look like, and you can adjust it this way. You also have the option to go through these different colors in the app. And then here we have the color theme. So right now it is set as blue. We can change it to orange, change it to violet, lime, magenta, or teal. But here, Tech with Brett Blue, we're going to keep it like that. Then here we have the option to adjust the clock format, adding a 24-hour clock instead of the 12-hour clock. Now if we go back here, we can adjust the Bluetooth settings. We can adjust our display. So you have your brightness, adaptive brightness, and then we do have a night mode. So you can have this automatically turn on at night, or in the app, you can set it to adjust based on the time. Here we can go through and adjust the different sounds. So you have different media volume as well as different alarms and notifications. There you have the alarm tone, and you can have the request sounds. So whenever you activate the assistant, it's going to make a verbal indication that it has heard you, or when it has stopped listening to you, you can turn those on and off. So that's been handy to have. Now here we have device options where we can check to see if we're on the latest software update, but there we just did a software update, and so it did not find an update, and you can reset the device there if you need to. Here you have help, and you have privacy as well as the accessibility feature. So if we go into accessibility, here you can change the vision. So you have color inversions, and then you have color correction. So we can turn that on and off. And then here we do have hearing, so we can do Alexa with captions, and then we can do preferred rate of speaking all on this device. So it's nice that we have all of that right here. And lastly, you have legal and compliance. So it's great that you have all those features right on the device, but where this is really going to be cool is when you are using it and it is showing different things on screen. So let's go ahead and just set a few different things that I normally do. Set a 30-second timer.
30 seconds, starting now.
And there at the bottom, you saw the little Alexa bar indicating that it was listening to me. So here we have a timer going. It's then going to display right here on the screen, showing you what that timer was. And there I can clear the timer with my voice, or I can simply tap the check mark. Let's see how 2 timers does. Set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes, starting now.
Set a 5-minute timer.
Second timer, 5 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so there 2 timers are going, and here you can see that there's a second timer down there, and I can scroll to see it, or there we have the next timer that's coming up. So it's great, both of those are supported. Now at the Echo Spot, you might want to have it near a nightstand, so mainly you're going to use it for alarms. Set an alarm at 6:03.
Alarm set for 6:03 p.m.
And so here you can see on screen, there are notifications that a timer is going, as well as an alarm, and there it's showing the current time that is left on the timer. Cancel all timers.
Canceling all your timers.
And there, when the alarm goes off, we have the option to snooze right there, or we can dismiss the alarm. And if we tap the device, then it's going to snooze it. So it will then wait 5 minutes to then play the alarm again. So that might be easier than using a voice command or tapping the screen. But you have those 3 different options: tapping the screen, voice, or you can then tap the device to snooze it. So we're going to let that go. Here you can see it's showing the next time, I guess it was about 10 minutes that it snoozed. And I can simply tap on here to have that pop up so that we can see exactly when that is going to go off. Now, some of the other Easter eggs that you get with this have some really fun animations. Let's try those out. Thank you.
You are so very welcome. Hope you enjoyed your Thursday.
I love you.
That's so nice of you to say.
Good morning.
Good morning. Immerse yourself in positive energy and good vibes.
Hello.
Hello. Today I'm feeling more powerful and more possible with the new Keys Soul Care theme from Alicia Keys.
Tell me a joke.
Here's a Despicable Me joke just for you. Why did the Minions give Gru banana peels for his birthday? He needed some new slippers.
And there you go. So right on the screen, you have these really fun animations, and then it has some sayings that go along with each of those. So that's really fun if you want to put this in a kid's room, or just to brighten your day a little bit, you have those really nice pictures on screen. And here are all the different weather animations that you will see pop up. Now, if we head into the Amazon Alexa app, we can see a few more settings as well. Now here under devices, I have Brett's Echo Spot, but let's go into the full settings here. So here we can see we have many of the settings we have on all of our other Echo devices. So first we can adjust the name if we want to change that at any time. Here we can adjust the audio settings. So if you want a little more bass, which usually I do, we're just going to increase that one. You can change the mid-range and treble. Here you can pair and disconnect the Bluetooth devices. Alexa, pair Bluetooth.
Searching. I don't see anything to connect. Check the device you'd like to use, and make sure Bluetooth is turned on. To set up a new device, go to your Alexa app.
So to set up Bluetooth, we're going to go to Bluetooth devices, pair a new device, and then here on my phone, I'm going to go into the Bluetooth settings. And there we have the Echo Spot. Tap pair.
Now connected to Bluetooth.
So here on screen, you can see those pretty fun animations. I can adjust the volume right here. See that adjust there. And pretty good sound, not as full as the regular Echoes, but it does a good job. You definitely hear much more of it if you are in front of the speaker. There you go, it still has the time as well as the name of the song and where that music is coming from or the album art. So great that you have the Bluetooth options there. Alexa, disconnect Bluetooth.
Now disconnected from Brett's S24 Ultra.
Here you have the Wi-Fi network you can change. Right now it's set to the built-in speaker, but I could have it paired to a Bluetooth speaker and have that be default. Or you can also have another Amazon speaker that's preferred that it would send to. Here you have the option to pair stereo pair or subwoofer. So if you have another Echo Spot this generation, you can pair that in a stereo format, or you could pair a subwoofer with it. Here you have the option to pair a gadget. If you want to adjust the display and brightness settings, you can do that right here. So you can increase the brightness there or turn on and off adaptive brightness. And then here under clock and theme, we have the option to adjust that clock face. So just like we saw when we were setting this up, here we can go through and adjust those. Here we can adjust the clock format to the 24-hour clock. Under general, we have the option to turn on and off tap gestures. So this is great if an alarm goes off, you can tap it to snooze. If you don't want that, maybe you accidentally hit that, you can turn it off. Here we have ultrasonic motion detection. So is what you can have this do is if you come into your room, you can have it automatically start a routine. And in here, you can adjust the sensitivity. Maybe it's too sensitive, you're not quite in the room, or not sensitive enough. You're able to increase that. And then you can change the range right here. And let's show you how to do that. We're gonna go into routines. And if I create a new routine, we're going to have an event. And so you're going to start this with an event, and that's going to be from your smart home. And then we're going to find Brett's Echo Spot right there. And so here, when people are detected or when no people are detected, then we can have it start that event. And then just like any other routine, you can go through and add different actions. So maybe at night, I can have it detect me when I walk in the room. It would then automatically turn on the light. So it's so great that you have the motion detection trigger with this device without needing to do anything else. It will just automatically happen when you enter the room or when it does not detect you. Next, we have sounds. So here we can adjust the alarm, timers, and notification sound. So you can increase that. You can have it gradually increase the volume. Right here in the app, I can adjust the alarm. So I have a bunch of different alarm tones. And then here you have premium tones. So right now there are some free tones and I can have them play at random. So that's kind of fun to have all those. Here you can have the default notification or you can have no notification. You have the incoming call ringer. You can do the start and end of request sound. And if you need to move this at all, you can move that out of the way. And you can turn on select sound detection. So that's going to be for Amazon Guard if you are using that. Next, we have Amazon Kids. So this is going to be great if you want to have this in a kid's room. They have the nice clock face. They can see the alarms and the fun little animations and all that. So you just come in here, turn on Amazon Kids, and you can adjust all that in the Amazon Kids settings. Next, we have a night mode. So this is going to turn on daily at night, and I have it set on a schedule where it's going to start at 10 o'clock at night and it will end at 7 in the morning. So you can easily adjust those. Then we have communication that is turned on, so I'll be able to do voice calls and drop in with this device. I can turn that off if I don't. And then this is also going to receive announcements, so if somebody says it's dinner time, it will notify me here on this device. Next, we have device location. So that's going to be where it pulls weather data from and navigation data. So if you do move, come in here and change that. Here we have the time zone. Next, we have a wake word. So you know the current wake word, but then there are also the other wake words you can use. And then there are a new additional wake words, turn on wake words so that you can speak to other personalities. So there's a new wake word called Hey Disney that you can use to be able to talk to these new personalities. So I think the kids are going to really enjoy that. Now during this video, I mute my main wake word when I'm activating the Echo Spot so that if you have an Echo near your speaker, it's not going to play. So I'll kind of just skip through that or mute it so you don't hear it, hopefully not activating your device on the other end. Next, we have follow-up mode. So if you want it to continually listen to you after you give a request, you can do that. Maybe you want to just keep talking to it or continually add things to your shopping list. You can turn that on. And then there's also an enhanced follow-up mode. This might work best on the Echo Show devices because there is a camera that can understand if you're kind of looking at it, but you can play with those to see what you might like best. Then we have Alexa voice. So there's now all kinds of different voices you can use, and you can even adjust the speaking rate.
There's an official league for rock, paper, scissors.
Koalas have fingerprints, and
The kiwi is the only bird in the world with nostrils.
Koalas have fingerprints, and they're very similar to a human's.
Australian, pretty cool. If your kids are a fan of Bluey, they might like that one.
I hear there are more chickens in England than there are people.
Around 100 million cups of tea are enjoyed in the UK every day.
Moose, goose, toonie, loony.
I may not speak all 22 Indian languages yet, but my English is 100% Indian.
More than 600 movies are released each year in India. How's that for variety?
So I think it's great they have different voices and accents in there. It makes this device really fun. Now next we have adaptive listening. What this does is once you give your request or while you're giving your request, it's going to take a second before it ends the request and gives a response in case it takes you a minute to remember what you were going to ask it or a little stutter here and there to have a better request response. So I think that's a really cool feature that they've added that you can turn on. Then here you can adjust the language. Again, there are a ton of different languages that you can use this in. And here you can adjust the measurement units, so Fahrenheit, Celsius, miles to kilometers. And then there you can deregister it from my account. So a ton of different settings. But now let's go ahead and truly see what the Echo Spot can do by asking it different questions that I'm normally asking on a daily basis. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to rattle these off and see how it responds. Turn off the lights. Lights turned off behind me. Turn on the lights. And there you can see right on the screen, it does give me the option where if I want to adjust it, I can do that just by tapping on the screen. So my lights are turning on and off back there. Set the lights to blue. Set the lights to 60% brightness. And this is very quick in its response. What time is it?
It's 2 p.m.
There you go. Very quick. Find my phone.
Calling Brett.
And there you can see it pops up that it is calling me right on there, and I can answer. Hello? Hi.
Hi.
That works great. So I didn't know that was a feature that you could easily find your phone. Play white noise.
Welcome to White Noise by TM Soft. You can ask White Noise to play continuous sound for 1 to 10 hours without interruption or gaps in audio. Which sound do you want to play?
White noise.
White Noise for 4 hours.
Now that opened up a separate app and it showed the icon of the app here. I don't think there is a default white noise that you can use from Amazon, but we use this every night, and every few weeks or so it asks if we want to subscribe, but we just cancel and it continues to work every night. So it's cool that you do see a little bit more information on screen versus just a regular Echo Dot. Add bananas to the shopping list.
I've put bananas on your shopping list.
That's really cool. When we did that, it's pulling up the full list so I can scroll through and currently see what is on that list. There is no way to edit it other than through voice. Remind me to take out the trash.
When should I remind you?
In 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll remind you in 5 minutes.
And here we can see the exact reminder, so I know that it has heard me correctly. Alexa, make a note to write a letter to Mom.
Okay, I've saved your note.
Where are my notes?
I found 4 notes. First note, write a letter to Mom. Second note, clean your stuff. Third note, Gwen, pick up toys. And fourth note, I need to finish my video about the Echo frames.
Oh, I finished most of those. I don't know how to clear the notes.
You can ask me to delete a note by name, or ask to hear all your notes.
What's the weather tomorrow?
Here's the forecast for tomorrow in Orem. Look for partly sunny weather, with a high of 101 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 71 degrees. Also, there's an excessive heat warning in effect until Sunday, July 14th, 12 a.m.
That's great that it shows the weather there, the high and low for the day. So what's the 7-day forecast?
In Orem for the next 7 days, Friday, 103 degrees Fahrenheit and mostly sunny weather. Saturday, 101 degrees and partly sunny weather.
Sunday, 96 degrees and intermittent clouds. Monday, 94 degrees and partly sunny weather. Tuesday, 94 degrees and lots of sun. Wednesday, 91 degrees and lots of sunny weather.
That's a lot of information to take in. There it's just showing the next day, but it's great that you have all that info. Play some music.
Okay, here's a curated playlist you might like. Pop culture.
So there right on screen, we have controls, pause, play, reverse.
Brett, here is your reminder. Take out the trash.
And there is the reminder popped up on the screen. I have the option there to check it off, so the notification button isn't just sitting there, and it has been cleared. Open the radio station 99.5.
My 99.5 from Brett's iHeartRadio.
So there you can listen. So there you can listen to the radio. It's going to open iHeartRadio to do that. Show me the side yard.
Sorry, cameras don't work on this device. If you have a Fire TV, please link your device with your Fire TV in the Alexa app to start using your camera.
So because this can't display camera feeds or play videos, it's then saying, hey, open a Fire TV, and you can link it together to play it over there. So that's kind of cool that you still have the integration even though this device doesn't support that. What is beautiful in Spanish?
Beautiful, in Spanish is hermoso.
I'm bored.
Cannot have that. Let's get this party started. I've got games, relaxation skills, fitness skills, or educational skills. Which would you like? Or you can ask for more options.
What does a koala sound like?
Here's a koala grunt.
Sing the ABCs.
Okay. Here's my impression of William Shatner singing the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, then X, and finally, Y and Z.
Hey, you did a pretty good job. Now let's try some voice calling. Let's first start with the drop-in. Drop in on Echo Show 15.
Okay, dropping in.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good as well.
So how far are you away from the actual speaker? Yeah, I'm about 10 feet away from the show 15.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I hear you pretty loud and clear.
Yeah, you do sound really clear.
All right, okay, sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, sounds good. Talk to you later.
Okay, so now I can mute the call. So if I don't want them to hear me, I can tap mute, and then I can unmute there. If I do want to end the call, I can tap right here. I can also do it by voice, so I don't have to come up to the speaker. And that is the new Amazon Echo Spot. I think this is a really great addition to the Amazon Echo speaker lineup. I love having this screen on here where you can see so many details, time, weather, alarms, and so on, and the other little visuals that pop up on screen. So it's kind of a little better than like an Echo Dot with clock, but then it can't do as much as an Echo Show 8 or an Echo Show 5. The only thing that is limiting on this is the speaker sound. So if you want a more full sound, definitely check out the newest version of the Echo Show 8. You can see that video right here, or you would go with a bigger Echo like the Echo Show 10. If you have any further questions, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you pick one of these up and are a Prime member on Amazon by the 17th, you'll get a great discount. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.